Hi, this is Dr. Viteri, and I'm glad you can join me for this short PowerPoint presentation to give you a better understanding of how chiropractic works and how it can help the entire body improve your overall wellness. The first thing we have to understand is that the central nervous system, which is made up of the brain and the spinal cord, is also the master control system of the entire body. That means every function and every action of the body is controlled by the brain and the nervous system. The nerves connect the information from the brain to the body, to every muscle, organ, and gland. And if the neurological signal from the brain to the body is flowing at 100%, the body should function at 100%. This would be considered optimal wellness and optimal health. So what exactly is the information in the neurological signal? What is that information that's going to the muscles, organs, and glands of your body? And how does our brain keep us healthy? Well, first of all, we have to understand the different types of intelligence that is coming from the brain. The first is your educated intelligence. That's the conscious control. That's the knowing of mathematical figures. That's understanding right from left. These are everything that we have learned from an educational point of view. Next is the innate intelligence, which is the automatic control system of the body. This intelligence regulates the function of all the muscles and organs and glands of your body to achieve what's called homeostasis, or normal function. And then thirdly is the creative intelligence. This is your body's ability to constantly attempt to repair your body. And even when we get a cut on our finger, the whole healing process to recreate new skin and to cause that body to reconnect itself is all part of that creative intelligence already stored in your brain. So therefore, in order to achieve optimal health or optimal wellness, it can be defined as having 100% communication of the innate and creative intelligence from your brain to your body. Now let's look at the body from an anatomical and physiological point of view. We have the brain and a hard bone around our brain called a skull to protect our brain. The spinal cord, which is also part of the central nervous system, goes from the brain down your spinal column, and out from in between the bones are the spinal nerves, and those nerves eventually go to every muscle, organ, and gland. Now when the spine is in proper position and movement, the nerves are protected. Flow innate and creative intelligence is working at 100%, which allows the body to therefore reach 100% health. Now what happens is if our physical body is introduced to some type of stress from a physical point of view, like some type of trauma, a car accident, or a slip and fall, or maybe it's just poor posture, or something at our job, an occupational hazard, or maybe the way we talk on the phone, or the state of the affairs of our bed. Over time, these stresses can cause the vertebrae of the spine to move out of their normal position, and eventually cause pressure on the nerves that are going to the organs and muscles and glands. So the physical stress can cause the vertebrae of the spine to move out of their normal position, develop abnormal movement over time, and cause that neurological interference. This is called the vertebral subluxation complex. The first thing we think of when we have a bone potentially pressing on a nerve is this thing called pain. Well, that's your body's way of letting you know something is going on. But is the pain really the problem? See, if you believe that the pain is a problem or the only problem, then your educated intelligence will direct you to remove the pain. And when we resort to medicine only, that is, we may eliminate the pain, and that is sometimes, but what happens to the cause of the problem? What happens to the underlying effects that are going on? What happens is eventually it just gets worse. Not only does the pain get worse, but the actual subluxation in your spine becomes worse. You see, what the pain really is the body's alarm system. It's a warning signal. It's the body's way of letting you know that there's an interruption in the neurological signal from the brain to the body. Now, the pain may be a signal to let us know something's going on, but the real problem is this interruption between the brain communicating not only its educated intelligence, but the innate intelligence, and more importantly, the creative healing intelligence. So what happens when this innate intelligence and creative intelligence is interfered with? Well, let's look at this from each section. When the neurological signals that go to the muscle is being interfered with, that muscle would probably go into some type of spasm. And this explains about 95% of all the backaches and headaches that you may be having. But more importantly, from an overall health perspective, that abnormal signal, when it goes to an organ or a gland, will cause that organ or gland to either overproduce or overwork or underproduce or underwork. And the organs and glands, when this happens, over time they will begin to malfunction, and then a malfunction over a period of time will lead to a disease process. Now, the most critical point we need to understand is this. If the organs and glands of your body don't receive 100% of that neurological communication from the brain, the innate and creative intelligence, they will begin to function at less than 100% and eventually malfunction into a disease process, therefore making the pain not nearly as important as a serious health problem that can come from the subluxation in the spine. So the solution is kind of simple, but not always simple to do, but is to correct the position and the movement of the vertebrae of the spine. And when that vertebrae goes back into its normal position over a period of time, the muscles will receive its normal neurological signal and return to its normal tone. Also, it will allow the organs and glands to return to their normal function and normal production of hormones. This will allow the body to potentially function at 100%. But can we potentially affect the overall health and wellness of our body through an outside force, even if our neurological system is functioning at 100%? And the answer to that is yes. There are certain things that we could do that are introduced from the outside in that can cause us to diminish our overall wellness. The first is a poor diet. See, a poor diet is a chemical stress that can directly damage over time the organs and glands of your body. The next is improper or not enough exercise. See, we need that exercise to strengthen the muscles that, first of all, support the spine and the core of your body, and also strengthens the heart and allows us to decrease our emotional stresses. Next, we have proper nutrition. Now, we may be eating poorly. In some cases, we maybe think we're eating okay, but are we properly getting the nutrition that our cells need? You see, the cells need certain nutritional support factors like amino acids and certain vitamins and certain minerals in order for the cell itself to function at 100%. Next, we have drinking enough water. Is your body, or are the cells of your body, properly hydrated? And when they're properly hydrated, they will function more effectively. And second of all, proper hydration into the overall body will remove toxins and replenish nutrients to the cells. The next one we have is proper rest. You see, when you rest, you allow your body to recuperate from the stresses of the day, giving your body a chance to heal. Next, we have stress itself. You see, stress causes an overproduction of natural hormones, meaning that it's normal to produce these hormones, but the stress causes these hormones to be produced in an abundance. Now, they can directly damage the cells of the body and eventually lead to damage to organs and glands. So the educated intelligence we have to deal with first. You see, we have a choice to make a correct decision concerning our diet, our exercise, our nutrition, drinking plenty of water, and the amount of rest we get, and also to avoid stress if and when possible. But 97% of the population, they cannot do this, at least on their own. You see, they want to do it, but the reality is that the stress sort of makes them quit prematurely. And therefore, we need some type of coach, somebody to mentor them and to teach them. And this is called being accountable. So how do we naturally get well and stay well? Well, the first thing is you have to have your spine checked for subluxations. And that may be causing nerve interference of the innate and creative intelligence. And second of all, we need to use and exercise wisdom to making correct lifestyle choices. See, being healthy is a covenantal experience, meaning that if you follow the rules and you're obedient to the ways that your body is designed in order to get well, you'll definitely improve yourself or your overall wellness to improve itself. But if we, on the other hand, neglect our wellness and maybe not eat right or deal with stress in a negative way, over a period of time, this lack of exercise and abuse to our physical body will eventually pay its toll and we'll get sick. Therefore, the ability to be well is in our hands. And I hope you can join us and maybe join the Genesis Life Wellness Program or read more on our website. And of course, there's contact information. If you're in the New York area, actually you can come and visit me. In the meantime, God bless and hope to hear from you soon.